Hello there. The mass protests in Iran continue to escalate. State media report 35 dead. In the east of the country, opponents of the regime are said to control entire districts. After the death of a young woman in Iran, thousands of people took to the street against the Islamic system of rule and the systematic discrimination against women. Hundreds were arrested. That's what the authorities reported. In the north alone, the police took 739 people into custody on Saturday, including 60 women. According to media reports, there were also fatalities again, but their number remained unclear. And meanwhile, President Ebrahim Raisi once again announced a crackdown on the demonstrators. He said on Friday that foreign paid mercenaries would not be allowed to endanger the country's security. Protest yes, riots no, Raisi said. During the protests, demonstrators apparently drove police forces out of a town in the west of the country. City entrances in Osnabrück are also said to have been blocked, and the building of the Bazish militia unit was set on fire. There are dead people, writes journalist Natalie Amiri on Twitter. Because of the ongoing mass demonstrations in the country, the internet has been shut down in Iran. Nevertheless, information got out that state units were supposed to shoot live ammunition at protesters right there in the streets. Journalist Isabel Shayani wrote on Twitter that people are said to have opened their homes to give demonstrators protection from beating and armed security forces. Activists from the human rights organization Iran Human Rights, based in Oslo, assumed at least 50 dead on Friday. Iranian authorities officially put the number of dead at 17. In the meantime, however, Iranian state media are also reporting higher numbers. The Iranian state television broadcaster IRIB spoke of 35 dead, but added that this number was unofficial and not yet confirmed. While a number of opponents of the regime took to the streets, there were also pro-government protests on Friday. Partly, there was a demonstration for the wearing of headscarves. It's a very custom thing there. Interior Minister Vahidi confirmed that there had been further deaths among demonstrators and among the security forces, but a number would only be announced after investigations. According to the minister, some people attempting to enter highly secured facilities were shot dead by security officers. The police chief of the province of Gilan, Asisyola Maleki, described the more than 700 arrested demonstrators as riot mongers. They are responsible for the injury of more than 100 police officers and for damage to public facilities, he says. Numerous weapons, ammunition and explosives were seized during the arrests, Maleki claimed. That was according to the state news agency IRNA. According to the Mehr news agency, the Iranian Secret Service said that several bomb attacks had been foiled and suspects arrested in the city of Tabriz in the northwest of the country. They were planned by monarchy supporters and members of the People's Mujahideen, they claim. The nationwide protests were triggered by the death of 22-year-old Masha Amini on Friday last week. She had been arrested by the vice squad in the capital, Tehran, because she had apparently not worn the Islamic headscarf in accordance with the strict regulations there. After her arrest, Amini collapsed under mysterious circumstances at the police station and was pronounced dead at the hospital 3 days later. Police say she had a heart attack. According to human rights activists, the young woman suffered a fatal blow to the head. There have been nationwide protests in Iran since Amini's death. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.